This gathering is academic, intellectual, no emotions. Emotions are important. We can't cancel emotions. Because God is available for anyone at any time, from any distant, whether distant place or close place, no matter where he is, God is available, he can hear him. God is the living one who never dies, but the dead do not hear. Who said that? Allah. Allahu ya'lamu ma tusirruna wa ma tu'linun. Allah knows what you hide, what you can see, and what you reveal. وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ لَا يَخْلُقُونَ شَيْئًا وَهُمْ يُخْلَقُونَ. And as for those who call others apart from Allah, those who have been called, who are called, they do not create anything, but they are themselves created. أَمْوَاتٌ غَيْرُ أَحْيَاء. They are dead, but not alive. وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. And they do not perceive when will they be resurrected. So he's not talking about stones or statues. He's talking about human beings who do not know they are dead and they don't know when they're going to be resurrected. So the matter has something to do with the Godship, uluhiyya of Allah. That's why he said after that, إِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهٌ وَاحِدٌ. Your God is only one God. The problem between the Prophet and his people is not about whether there is a creator, one creator for the universe or not. Abu Jahl used to believe that God is one creator. Allah said, وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مَّنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَيَقُولُنَّ اللَّهِ. If you ever ask them, who created the heavens and the earth, they're going to be surely saying, it is Allah. What was the problem between the prophets and their people? Taking some dead, pious saints, righteous, awliya people, and calling them apart from Allah, taking them as mediators between them and Allah. In terms of divinity, there is no V-I-A. There is no V-I-A. Your way to God is one way, no changes, no vias. One way to God. You don't need to ask anyone. You don't need to repent to anyone. Your repentance is to God Almighty. So if we say to people, do not say, oh Jesus, oh Mary, we say to the Muslims as well, do not say, oh Muhammad, oh Hussein, oh Ali, etc. Don't say. What is the difference? We say to the Christians, don't say, oh Jesus, don't say, oh Mary, but we say to the Muslims, it's okay, say, oh Muhammad. Only because the name is different? That's not fair. So he who believes that he can call someone at any time, and he's available for him at any time, and he's not the only one, there are millions of people. Imagine if millions of people be asking that person at the same time, believing that he's available for all of them. This is not the quality of the human beings. And Allah ordered the Prophet Muhammad to say, قُلْ إِنَّمَا أَنَا بَشَرٌ مِثْلُكُمْ. Say, I am a human being, the like of you. Also, when we discuss with the Shiah about Hussein, Ali, they had some problems. They used taqiyya. We said to them, why do they have to use taqiyya? Khomeini said in his book, Al-Hukuma Al-Islamiyya, the Islamic State, page 52, that they have control, the Imams, the family of the Prophet, Ali, Fatima, Hussein, Hassan, radiallahu anhum ajma'in. May Allah's peace and blessings be upon them. They have control over even the atoms of the world. There is no atom in the world, but the Imams have control over it. And I was asking, how do you believe that they have control over everything and at the same time they were using taqiyya? If you ask them, how can they be miraculously listening to you, giving you your need, while they were not able to give to have their own need of being the leaders, and they had to use taqiyya. Isn't this a contradiction? It is a contradiction. No one should be preferring someone, giving him preference over the prophets. Like in the Shiah doctrine, they believe that Ali radiallahu anhu, he is better than all the prophets. And they say, some of them, they say, except the Prophet Muhammad. Muhammad ﷺ is better than him. Other than that, Ali is much better than all the prophets. And they quote a report which says, علي خير البشر ومن أبى فقد كفر. And they say this is mutawatir. Ali is the best of all mankind. And whoever refuses, he becomes kafir. He is infidel, disbeliever. So we say, this is not true. The prophets are better than the imams. The evidence, if the leadership is better than prophethood, why God didn't call the Prophet Muhammad as an imam? Why did he say to him, Ya ayyuha Rasul, Ya ayyuha Nabi? Why didn't he say to him, Ya ayyuha Imam? If imamate is better than prophethood and messagehood, why? Going to extremes in matters of faith, it leads to faithlessness. Such as, for example, believing that that the imams can hear you wherever you are, that the imams are better than the prophets, etc. That we can call them, there is no difference between calling Ali or calling Allah, it's the same. As Abdul Hamid al-Muhajir, a very well skillful speaker among the Shi'a, he's well known, Abdul Hamid al-Muhajir. He said, if you say, oh Allah, and if you say, oh Ali, it's the same. Abu Hassan will be hearing you. No matter what you call him, at any time he's available for you. And I have many videos and audios, but I don't know if the time will be helping us, to make you hear some of these things. To the extent that Hussein al-Faid, one of the Shia sheikhs, he declared that Ali is the creator of the world. And I have it with me. He is the creator. أنا المنادي لهم ألست بربكم أنا المنادي لهم منذ الأزل ألست بربكم. I am the one who called them from no beginning. I was calling the servants, am I your Lord? I'm quoting even the way, the voice he's making. أنا منشئ الأنام. I am the creator of the worlds, the creatures. What is this? What is this? There is a great relevance between the Quran and the Sahaba. A great relevance, between the Quran and the Sahaba. We respect the companions of the Prophet ﷺ who collected the Quran. And if we doubt them or slander them, we are slandering the Quran as well. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala managed to preserve the Quran and to protect it and to let it be collected. I ask you a question. If there is one weak narrator in the hadith, in any narration, one weak narrator, that causes the report to be daif, weak. Okay. If he is zindiq, you know the meaning of the word zindiq, heretic. If he is heretic, if the narrator is heretic, the hadith will be even fabricated, or kadhab, liar. If he is kafir, then the hadith is also fabricated. Not accept. How can we accept hadith from one who is not Muslim? Suppose a Christian said, I heard the Prophet Muhammad saying, etc., etc. What? You're not Muslim. Okay? Now, who collected the Quran? Those whom the Shia slander, and they say that they become apostated after the Prophet's death. Now, if we say that, we're going to be slandering the Quran, because they are the collectors of the Quran. And if they don't deserve to be the one who collect the Quran, then why God made the collection of the Quran and the protection of the Quran had been done by them? Why by them? If we say, for example, they are bad, then the Christian and the Jew and the Hindu, they have the right not to believe in the Quran. They're going to be saying, wait a minute, Shia say that the companions are apostated after the Prophet's death, and they are the one who collected the Quran. Excuse me, I don't need to follow your book, because the book has been collected by those who are kafir. That will be bringing a great doubt against the book of Allah. When we talk about the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, let's forget about all the companions. Let's pick from the companions the immigrants and the supporters. Al-Ansar, Al-Muhajirun. Al-Muhajirun. Don't be drifted to Al-Muhajirun. Al-Muhajirun Medina, not in the UK. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I want your answer all. Did Allah praise Al-Muhajirin and Al-Ansar in the Quran or not?
Yes.
Is there anyone who says no? We all agree. That's good. Okay, there's another verse in the Quran where Allah praised one person whom the Shia have big problem with him. And that is Abu Bakr. لا تحزن إذ يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن إن الله معنا. They have problem with the one whom the Prophet made it clear that Allah is with us. What's the meaning of Allah with us? In support and victory. As a Tusi, a Shiite interpreter of the Quran, he declared it, that this ma'iyah is the ma'iyah of the support. And I saw one of the supplications of the Shia. They say in their supplication, if they want to be supported against the enemies, Inna Allah ma'ana, la tahzan, Inna Allah, don't grieve, Allah is with us. They use this verse in the Quran as indicative to the meaning of support and ally. So if Allah said that I am with Abu Bakr, who's he to say no? After Allah said he is. Usually the Shia, there's something good they say sometimes. They say, we go with the Quran. Anything that contradicts with the Quran, throw it. Throw it in the wall, in the bin, if you want. Anything that contradicts the Quran, throw it in the bin. That's a good thing. But do they apply it? Allah is saying, لا تحزن إن الله معنا. Now Allah is supposed to be against him, not with him. So they have problem with the best kind of companions. The one who succeeded him, the one whom the Prophet before his death said, let Abu Bakr lead the people. And the beautiful word narrated by Ali, the cousin of the Prophet ﷺ, he said a beautiful word to Abu Bakr. He said, the Prophet had chosen him to be the leader in our matter of religion. That means the prayer. Shouldn't we rather choose him and be pleased with him to be the leader for our matter of life? That means leadership. As a leader, president. Shouldn't we? Noting at the same time that the Shia confessed that Ali has a son called Abu Bakr. And Abu Bakr is a nickname, a kunya. It's not a name. It's a nickname. That means he is the father of Bakr. That's the kunya of Abu Bakr. And usually, people do not use a nickname as a name for their children, unless there's a great deal of love between Ali and Abu Bakr. Why did he call? I mean, I've been searching in the book called Bihar al-Anwar, and I think the Shiah know. I made a search, and I wanted to see if there's a statement, Assalamu alayka ya Abu Bakr. May Allah peace be with you, Abu Bakr. I found it. But they're not talking about Abu Bakr, the leader after the Prophet. They're talking about Abu Bakr, the son of Ali. They're talking about Abu Bakr, the son of Ali. And that's in the book Bihar al-Anwar. What does this prove? One person, I was asking him, what is your attitude? He said, names have no problems. You can call your son anything. I said, do you call your son Sharon? He said, yeah, why not? I said, Shalom, Mr. Sharon, Abu Sharon. Shalom, Mr. Abu Sharon. How come? They don't call their daughters Aisha, they have problem with Aisha. They don't call their sons Umar, they have problem with Umar. Why do they have problem with the best kinds of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ who became the leaders after him, and they died and now they are beside him in his sepulchre? No one should be preferring any holy place more than the place of Mecca, for example. No one. Because Allah said, "Inna awwala baytin wudi'a lin-nasi lalladhi bi Bakkah." The first house that have been established for people is the house which is Bakkah. And by the way, Bakkah is mentioned in the book of either Psalms or Isaiah. I think Psalms. Psalms 84, verses from 4 to 6. Blessed are those who perform their pilgrimage to the valley of Bakkah. Valley of Bakkah, where you can find the spring there. Pilgrims, valley of Bakkah, spring, Zamzam. 3 things you can find in this chapter, 84, the book of Psalms, talking about pilgrimage. Yet, Sistani had given a fatwa that Karbala is better than Mecca. Karbala, which is in Iraq, is better than Mecca. And there was a debate between Mecca and Karbala. Then God said to Mecca, shut up. Karbala is the thing that I prefer over you. I mean, if it's better, why don't you go there? Now, don't cause troubles in Mecca. Don't threat the pilgrims, as we heard recently. Why do you have to do that? The Ummah should be united, should get united. Wallahi. We need the Ummah to get united. But the word Ummah, nation, in the Quran was mentioned in terms of the straight way, the true, the pure methodology. When Ibrahim was alone in his faith, he was described by Allah that he is a nation. What does it mean when God described the Prophet Ibrahim that he is a nation? Inna Ibrahim kana ummatan. قانتا لله حنيفا وما كان من المشركين. Ibrahim was a nation. What does it mean, nation? Nation is the person who follows the straight path of Allah. Even if he is one, he deserves to be called Ummah. But today, we have misconception regarding the word Ummah. Those are on the right way, and the others are the wrong way. It doesn't matter. Just get united. No, we don't get united on the account and the book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. No, we're sorry. we have to segregate ourselves. Don't misunderstand me with the word segregation. There is no segregation except by taqwa, God-fearing. No preference to the white over the black except by taqwa, because God does not observe your skin, your color, but God observes your heart and your actions. So this ummah is a nation that had been sent to the other nations to guide them. Imagine if we say that the Shia and us, we are one nation, and they doubted the book, and they slandered the companions who collected the book, the Quran. And Christian comes and say, well, the Shia are your brothers in faith. If we say to them, you see, you Protestants and Catholics, you have problems regarding the reliability of the Bible. Catholics have, their Bible contains 73 books, but the Protestants, they have decreased it. And their Bible contains 66 books. And those are Christians, and those are Christians. They'll be coming to us and saying the same thing. I mean, there are many reports with the Shia that say that the Quran is not complete. It is not complete. This Quran that we have today is the third. And the other 2/3 are with the Mahdi, the unseen, the absent leader. And by the way, every nation has an available leader. We don't allow this, that we have unavailable leader, because the leader, imam, is the one who leads. If he doesn't lead, why do we call him imam? Why do we call him leader? Leading for what? I mean, if what's the name of Kofi Annan? Have you heard of Kofi Annan? Oh, he's not the chairman. Huh? Ban Ki-moon. Something like this. I don't know. No, correct me. Ban Ki-moon, right? If Ban Ki-moon wants to have a meeting with the leader of the Muslims, you say, what is he? Can I have a meeting with him? Can I have an interview with him? They say, no. Why? He's not available. I mean, why the leader of the Vatican is available, but the leader of the Muslims is not available? Doesn't this deform Islam? It is. It does. Especially, for example, if we show you, if you want us to show you on the screen, when people hit themselves, bleed themselves, walking and shouting and yelling, and hit themselves with the chains, which used to be a Christian ceremony. In some places now they do it. In Spain, in Portugal, in the Philippines, they do some of these things. If you have blood, extra blood, may God bless you. Take it to the hospital. Don't bleed yourself. Take it to the hospital. There are many people that need blood. And don't deform our religion by doing these things that many people take advantage of. I mean, the media is waiting for anything that deforms Islam. The media is ready. Would you accept this for your religion? Just to be biased? Our belief in the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, that they are Ahlul Bayt. The wives of the Prophet are Ahlul Bayt. When I say may Allah's peace and blessings be upon the family of the Prophet, I mean by that his wives and his sons. You know the meaning of Ahlul Bayt? Literally in English, the household, right? Is that true? I mean, how dare some people say to me, the wives of the Prophet are not Ahlul Bayt, while they used to be in his house. They are the household. They are the one who live in the house of the Prophet. Don't they deserve to be called his family? In the book of Al-Kafi, once I was asking someone, is the Aisha the family of the Prophet? He said, no. I said, wait a minute. In the book Al-Kafi, it tells us that one person came to the Prophet and said, oh Prophet, I have perished myself. He said, what is it? He said, أتيت أهلي في رمضان. I have intercoursed my family in Ramadan. If the word family means sons but not wives, imagine what it means now. Imagine what it means. You know, because usually, just to explain it to our guests who are not Muslims, to make it more clear. In Ramadan, a husband should not be intercoursing with his wife from the dusk until dawn. Okay? So sometimes this happens, a person cannot control himself, so he did it. So he came to the Prophet and said, "Oh Prophet, I have done it with my family." Now the Shia say family means the sons, not the wives. Now imagine what it means now. I'll leave it to you. That means you have done something with his sons.
Sheikh, can you explain what Al-Kafi is? What is Al-Kafi?
Al-Kafi is the most reliable book for the Shia as a source of reports for the Shia. It's called Al-Kafi. I will see if let me give my subject first. If someone needs. Okay. What is the evidence that the wives of the Prophet are his Ahlul Bayt? Because the verse in Al-Ahzab, it says, إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. Allah truly is intending to move away all kind of evil and to purify you, the utmost purification, O Ahlul Bayt. Now, some people say Ahlul Bayt here means the sons of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We say no, because the word Ahlul Bayt are mentioned 3 times in the Quran. None of them was directed to the sons of the Prophet. 3 of them. First, where is it? Chapter Hud. The wife of Ibrahim said, when she was given the good news of having a baby, while her husband is very old, she said, Ya waylata, woe is with me. Shall I deliver a child while my husband is old? They said, the angels, أتعجبين من أمر الله. Are you amazed? Do you wonder the deeds, the miracles of God? The mercy and the blessings be upon you, Ahlul Bayt. Now they're talking to her. And they said to her, Ahlul Bayt. The second one, Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was born, he was taken to Pharaoh by Allah, by his miracle. As if God is saying to Pharaoh, you're killing the children of Israel so you can get rid of anyone who may be possibly your killer. Don't worry. We're going to send the prophet Moses to you. You take care of him, you feed him, and we will let your perish be through him. Pharaoh took him. The wife of Pharaoh, when she saw the baby, oh, I like it. I like this baby. There was a strict orders. Any male child among the people of Israel is born, kill him. Because some fortune tellers told him that your death is going to be by one of the people of Israel. He said, oh, is that it? Then kill all the children of Israel. The babies. But the wife said, except this one. He said, okay, only this one. He didn't know that this one is going to be his perish. Because of his perish. Now, Musa ﷺ was given an order by God not to accept any breast for milk. But Musa was thirsty and hungry. So the wife of Pharaoh was trying to find any suckling, what do you call it?
Any woman.
Any woman that can feed the baby, and he refused. Then, as the sister of Musa was chasing him, tracking him, tracing him, she said to the people, shall I guide you to Ahli Baytin yakfulunahu lakum? They will sponsor him for you. وهم له ناصحون أهل بيت. Then Allah said, then we returned him to his mother. Second time God is mentioning the word Ahlul Bayt, and a wife is concerned. Okay. The third one, the verse starts like this: وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنْ, and remain in your houses. وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى, and do not, wear just like the ignorant way of dressing. وَأَقِمْنَا الصَّلَاةَ, and establish the prayer. وَآتِينَا الزَّكَاةَ, and pay the charity. وَأَطِعْنَا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ, and obey Allah and His Messenger. All of this in one verse. Now the verse did not finish. إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ يُذْهِبَ عَنكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ. It's all in one verse. Therefore we believe that Aisha and Hussein are Ahlul Bayt. When the Shiah mention the word Ahlul Bayt, they exclude the wives of the Prophet, and they include only the sons. But when we observe the word Ahlul Bayt, we include the wives of the Prophet and the sons of the Prophet. Both. Some people say that Aisha had problems with Ali. That's not true. That's not true. There's no problem between Aisha and Ali. May Allah be pleased with both. Allah the Almighty says in the Quran, النبي أولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم. The Prophet is closer to the believers than their own souls. وأزواجه أمهاتهم, and the wives of the prophets are the mothers of the believers. And this is the motherhood of honor. The motherhood of honor and dignity. Some Shia believe that the verse means by this that they're not allowed to marry someone after the Prophet's death. This is the meaning of the mothers of the believers, which is not true. Which is not true. Why? Because the Prophet, anyone who is not allowed for you to marry, does she become your mother? I mean, your sister, you're not allowed to marry your sister. Do you call your sister your mother because you're not allowed to marry her? It's not reasonable. It doesn't make sense. And many Shia scholars, they confessed that this is the motherhood of honor and dignity. They had to, because, sometimes the word mother, I know that Saddam Hussein used it recently. The mother of the war, the mother of the battles. But in the Quran, the word mother is mentioned what? As a motherhood of dignity and honor. Such as Ummul Qura, what does it mean? Mecca is the mother of all the villages, all the cities. What is that kind of motherhood? Honor and dignity. Al-Fatiha is the Ummul Kitab, the mother of the book. Now here I want you to be very attentive to me. A very strong evidence I can use with this verse. I thought there's a board. Oh. Can we use it? Doesn't matter. Be with me, please. The Prophet is closer to the believers than their own souls. The believers here, men and women, or only men? Huh? Both, thank you. Okay. وَأَزْوَاجُهُ أُمَّهَاتُهُمْ, and the wives of the prophets are the mothers of the believers. Men and women, or only men? Allahu Akbar. Very clear. Because they say it means the men only. How come? We are still in the context. The verse says that the Prophet is closer to the believers, that means men and women, than their own souls. And the verse did not finish. وَأَزْوَاجُهُ, and his wives, أُمَّهَاتُهُمْ, their mothers. The wives of the prophets are their mothers. So their mothers, the mothers of who? So the subject of the potential marriage may take place, or the prohibition of marriage to take place between That has nothing to do with it. And it's out of the context. God was not talking about whom you're allowed to marry and whom you're not allowed to marry. The subject is not about that. The context is about the honor and the dignity. And that's very important for you to use as a big evidence against those who may say anything wrong against Aisha radiallahu anha. If someone speaks against your wife and slander your wife, you won't be accepting it. You won't like it because it will be a slandering to yourself. And we hold this, that this is against the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when someone slanders his wives. How much time we still have? How much time we still have? 20 minutes. What about questions and answers? Questions and answers? Okay. For the time being, please, if you have any question, prepare your question, whether you write it or you put it in your mind. Please. Because I want you to have the chance to ask any question. And the question that should be asked in a very civilized way. We should have a good thought in the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. Good thought, ihsan al-dhan. Is that what it means? Right?
Yeah.
Good thought. Thinking about them in the proper way. Like for instance, the Prophet was sick, ﷺ, and he said, give me a pen and a paper and I can to write a will that if I do it, you will not be misguided at all. Umar said the Prophet was overwhelmed by his pains and agonies because he realized that the Prophet is about to die. And the book of Allah is sufficient for us. Some people say, see here, Umar said the book is sufficient for us. Where's the Sunnah? Look, if we say Kitab Allah wa Sunnati, they say, no, Kitab Allah wa Atrati. And if Umar said Kitab Allah only, they say, what about the Sunnah? Should we be saying, for example, Umar was conspiring against the Prophet? Or should we say that Umar was really very much concerned about the Prophet's physical being? If you say the first one, conspiring against the Prophet, we say, but what Ali's attitude towards Umar doesn't make us believe so, because he called his son Umar, and his son Umar died with Al-Hussein in Karbala, by the way. And the books of the Shiah confessed it. And he gave him his daughter, Kulthum. And he gave him bay'ah. A pledge, bay'ah, you know the meaning of bay'ah, that I obey you, you are my leader. 3 things. It compels us to think in Umar the best way. Since Ali did it, are you better than him? You're not better than Ali. And if you follow the way of Ali, note here that the Shia always use the word Ali ma'al Quran wal Quran ma'ali. Ali is with the Quran and the Quran is with Ali. Okay, was Ali with the Quran when he gave his daughter to Umar? When he called his son Umar? They say that Umar is the son of, Bitch. But that will be a slander against Ali, who gave him his daughter. I mean, if you know someone that he is son of, etc., would you give him your daughter? So why Ali did? They said Ali was forced. Oh, where's the evidence? They have a narration. They said Ali was forced. Oh, where's the evidence? They have a narration that Ali said, look, if Ali does not give me his daughter, I'm going to make a propaganda against him that he stole money. So it was better for Ali's reputation to give his daughter to Umar rather than being accused that he's a thief. Oh my God. So he jeopardized his daughter, his fame, because, if we say, for example, in Islam, if a woman was forced to marry someone Is that contract valid? No. So Ali was giving his daughter, he had to give his daughter, and she was not married to Umar, in a matter of fact. So how Ali was, was sleeping calmly, tranquilly, while his daughter was under someone who is not her husband, in a matter of fact. That is a slander. Many, many, many things we bring, they are slander to Ali and Fatima and Hassan and Hussein, if people know. Also, they believe that the Imams know everything. They know what's going to happen in the future. They know when they die. They know when they die. And nothing can be hidden away from them. But they say at the same time that Muawiyah had given poison to Al-Hassan, the son of Ali. Al-Hassan drank it, and he died. Is this a slander to Muawiyah? No, it's a slander to Ali, Al-Hassan. Why? If he knows that when he's going to die and why he's going to die, that means he committed suicide. He committed suicide. And note here that Al-Hassan had given bay'ah also with Al-Hussein to Muawiyah, that he should be the leader. And Al-Hassan, he gave up his leadership and he granted it to Muawiyah in order to enable the both conflicting groups in Islam to get united. He jeopardized his own self. Doesn't matter. That's why he was described by the Prophet Al-Hassan that he is Sayyid. What's the meaning of Sayyid? A master. This is a good quality that the Prophet gave him as a reward for giving up his own right in order to let the Ummah get united. That's what Al-Hassan did. The imamate is one of the pillars of Islam to the Shia. Well, it shouldn't be. It's not a pillar. It is important. It is important because it has something to do with the unity of the Ummah and applying God's law. God's law cannot be applied without having a leader who will be implemented. Okay. But we don't say it's one of the pillars of Islam. No. And by the way, the word imam was used as the illustration of the word ilah in the Quran. ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ رَبُّكُمْ. That means that is your imam. And when Allah was talking about, for example, one of his names, that his name is Al-Ali, the high. They say, God used the word Ali, but he meant Al-Ali, but he meant Ali, the cousin of the Prophet ﷺ. How come? That's Shahr Ashub in his book Manaqib al-Abi Talib. He mentioned in his book that Allah mentioned his name and he meant by that the cousin of the Prophet Ali. Can't be. They say that the companions, some of them are hypocrites and some of them are good believers, good companions, etc., etc. No. When you call him companion, that means he is a true companion. Allah said about the hypocrites, وَيَحْلِفُونَ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّهُمْ لَمِنْكُمْ وَمَا هُمْ مِنْكُمْ. He said, and those hypocrites, they're swearing by Allah that they are of you, O companions, while they are not of you. The hypocrites are not of you. That is why the companions of the Prophet are not hypocrites. The Shia say no. The Sahaba, among them are those who are believer, among them are those who are hypocrite, among them are those who are kafir. Well, be my guest, that means Abu Jahl, we call him Sahabi, companion as well. Because he lived with the Prophet, he saw the Prophet, but he did not believe in the Prophet. Yet, according to their definition of the word companion, Sahabi, they have included Abu Jahl. Abu Jahl is not a companion. they included Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul. Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul is not a companion of the Prophet, the head of hypocrisy in Medina. Now, we'd like to shed the light on one hadith. They have a lot of doubts. We wish, and I'm going, inshallah, to open a room in Paltalk. Let's say, basically, it's every Thursday, 9 o'clock p.m. GMT. Every Thursday, 9 o'clock. In Islam category, I'm going to open it. I did not open it yet. But it's going to be, you're going to see my name, Dimashqiya. And we can open these kinds of topics, dialogues. Very quiet, constructive dialogue, even with the Shia. Anyone, I have no problem. With the best way and method. It is important. So let's now shed the light on one hadith, where the Prophet said, at the day of judgment, when I am standing at the pool, there's a pool which is called Al-Kawthar. I'll be standing there, and some of the people wanted to drink from that pool, and they will be prevented. Get back off. So the Prophet will be saying, Ashabi, Ashabi. And it will be said to him, you did not know what they have done after you. They have relapsed in their faith since you left them. Now the Shia say, see, that supports what we say about the companions. See, the Prophet said, my companions, my companions. But they do not observe what the angels said to him. You do not know what they have done after you. So when the angel said that to him, he did not say anymore, my companions. Then he said, wretched is the one who have changed after me. He didn't say my companions anymore. Now let's say, for example, was Abu Bakr one of them? How come? The hadith is talking about those who apostated after the Prophet's death. And those who refused to give the zakah, the charity, after his death. Emotionally, they said, we're very sad for the Prophet's death. A charity that we used to be given to the Prophet, we're not going to give it after him to anyone else. We are very sad for his death. They're liars. Big liars. Now, and the apostates, just like Musaylama. Musaylama was very funny. He was a very high linguistic person. Very smart, but at the same time, God put him down. They said to him, Muhammad, in one of his fights, one person's eye fell down in the war. And the Prophet said, Bismillah, and pushed it back. The companion said, the one that the Prophet pushed became better than the other one who had no problem before. So they said to Musaylama, look what Muhammad had done to one of his companions. Can you do something to us like this? He said, bring me someone who is one-eyed. They brought him one with one eye. He put his hand on the problemed eye, then the other one fell down. The Prophet put his hand on someone who is bald, like me, and his hair grew up again. So they said to Musaylama, the Prophet did this to one of his companions. Can you do that? He said, yes. They brought him bald one who has some hair here like me. And he put his hand on, and the other hair fell down. He became extremely bald. The Prophet ﷺ saw Musaylama came with his delegation to Medina, and the Prophet got angry when he saw him, as if the Prophet was told about this man, what's going to happen with him. He said, you won't be able to reach what you're imagining to reach. And take my companion here, he will explain to you that the Prophet didn't want even to sit with him. When he went back, he sent a letter to the Prophet, said, we are partners in the matter of prophethood. You're not the only prophet. I'm a prophet also. After the Prophet's death, this man led a big army and he was fighting. Who was the leader in that fight against him? No, Abu Bakr was the leader. Ali radiallahu anhu. Where is the evidence? Ali had a wife from them as a concubine. Her name is Khawla. Allah wanted to leave a sign to all of those who come after. Ali married, he took her as, it used to be spoil of war, concubines. He took her, he married her, and she had a son from him whose name is well known, well famous, Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiyyah. Al-Hanafiyyah, that means from Wadi Hanifa, which is close to Riyadh, Dar'iyya today. Close to Riyadh. Your mobile. Who fought him? Ali. So Ali was fighting those who relapsed in faith under the banner of Abu Bakr. So how can Ali be murtad, apostated? While Ali was fighting under the banner of Abu Bakr, how come Ali fight under the banner of murtad, apostated? There are many signs, many proofs that there was no problem between the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. Slight things that have been taken politically, take advantage with. As many politicians take advantage with new cults, and if it's a small problem, they enlarge it, which is good for their political favors. And that's what's happening today. I have many things to say to you, but I hope, inshallah, in my Talk, in my room in Talk, I would like you to support me and to be with me and to participate, and we'll be, inshallah, because I see a big gap. People do not know anything about these subjects. And I don't want to create a fitna or a problem. And at the same time, I don't want to take long way to come and give a lecture. I'm becoming old. Second, I don't sleep well. I mean, you can imagine, I did not sleep since 11 o'clock p.m. yesterday until today. Oof. I was trying to sleep, I couldn't sleep. Thank God I'm able to speak, alhamdulillah. But it's a long way, and I think through Talk, you can even bring a screen like this and you can see me on the screen with the same voice, with the same picture. So I hope we can do that, inshallah ta'ala. Brothers, sisters, whether they are Sunnah or Shia, they want to ask any question, they're welcome to ask any question. Wallahi, we do not fear questions. We have no problem. And since I said that, let's begin with the questions. Jazakumullahu khair. First, okay, we'll do it first.
Inshallah, I hope that was enlightening for everyone. As the Sheikh said, we're now going to do question and answer session. Like I said at the start, I'm going to take 3 questions. For the sake of everyone, that's that many, 3. We will be taking written questions as well. The Sheikh has requested that we give preference to the Shia. And as the Sheikh said, we don't fear questions. So as long as they're on topic, and as long as they are intellectual rather than slander or insults, then we're happy to address that, inshallah. So, I'll take some questions from the audience first, and I've got some written questions as well. If brothers want to pass their written questions up to Fuad on my right, and if sisters, if you have any written questions, leave them at the end of that table there, okay? And like I said, inshallah, we'll start with the questions. Yes, brother?
Alaikum salam. Sorry? Yes.
Was it
Al-Hawd, yes. Al-Hawd. No, Al-Kawthar is different, I'm sorry. Al-Hawd, yes, Al-Hawd is different. Because Al-Kawthar is, the Prophet will be given in Jannah, inside Jannah. Exactly. Jazakallah khair. Alaikum salam.
Question, you said the battle of the camel with the, would you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Aisha radiallahu anha, she went and she was asked the moment she went out of her house, and she was with Abdullah ibn Zubayr, her nephew, by the way, with mahram. And she was asked, "Oh mother, oh our mother, what did take you out of your house? She said, I swear, my son, that nothing had taken me out of my house except this verse in the Quran. لا خير في كثير من نجواهم. There is no good in most of their way, their speech. إلا من أمر بصدقة, except one who ordered the giving of a charity, أو معروف, or a good word, أو إصلاح بين الناس, or reconciliation between people. She said, what brought me out is to reconcile between the two conflicting groups. She went for that purpose. She didn't go to fight Ali radiallahu. That's not true. Now, why is it called the Battle of Jamal? It's not battle, by the way. It's fitna. It's not battle. When she went there, the killers of Uthman and the Saba'is, they conspired. They said, Aisha came, and with her people, who are going to be supportive to the army of Ali, we're going to be vanished, we're going to be killed. Finish. So they agreed that some of them will be joining the group of Ali, and the other one will be joining the group of Aisha, and they're going to be causing fitna. They'll be killing some of the two, among the two parts, and they'll be shouting, we have been cheated, betrayed. So there was a fitna that took place. Each one of the army, between Ali's army and Aisha's followers, they thought that they had been attacked by the other group. Okay? Now, at that time, Aisha remained on the camel. And those conspirators, they started to launch Aisha's box over the camel with their, we call it? Arrows. Until it became like qunfud, you know, the qunfud, the small animal that is full of thorns,
Hedgehog.
thorny animal, what?
Hedgehog. Porcupine. Porcupine.
Anyway. I often forget the name. Thorny animal. No. So, Ali radiallahu anhu realized that those people are up to Aisha, they want to kill her. So what he did, he was very smart. He had to cut the two hands of the camel. So the camel would fall down. When the camel fell down, they were not able anymore to do that. So that's why it was called the fitna, the trial of the camel.
Okay, inshallah. I'm going to take some written questions first. But before I do that, quickly, this is forms going around. Okay, just obviously fill these out. The second part is only for KU students. So the second part where it says what topics would you like the ISOC to discuss and so on, that's only for KU students, inshallah. Sorry, that part's for everyone, but joining the ISOC is only for KU students. So I'm going to take a few written questions. First one we have here is, can you explain the concept of temporary marriage in Shiaism? Is this concept also in the Sunni practice? Second question.
Okay, let's take this one. How beautiful for me if I believe in this and I practice it here in this country. But it's not allowed. It's not allowed. Temporary marriage is not allowed in Islam. And it is Allah who makes things haram after they used to be halal. Khamr was not haram before. Alcohol was not haram. And God said, don't approach the prayer while you're drunk. And afterwards, Allah said, the intoxication is forbidden to you. So the case of temporary marriage is just like the case of alcohol, intoxication. The Prophet said, it had been allowed for a day of the life, and it's going to be prohibited until the day of judgment. And that is in Sahih Muslim, in Bukhari, in many books. And narrated by Al-Hasan, the son of Ali. And that is in Sahih Muslim, in Bukhari, in many books. And narrated by Al-Hasan, the son of Ali. Clinton, if he had the relationship with Monica, I hope I did not mention it. You know, the things that happened between Monica and Bill Clinton. That was a big scandal, right? Wasn't it? But if a Shia scholar, he comes to, for example, to Oxford Circus, Tottenham Court Road, he went to a hotel, and he has 2-3 girls with him, and they say, Sheikh, what is this? He said, oh, that's my religion. I can marry them for 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, then I can divorce them. It's not allowed. At-Tusi, he said, it is not allowed for the woman, a daughter of honor, to be married temporarily. The daughter of honor should not accept any kind of temporary. Why? As if he's saying, you girls who accept to be married temporarily, you have no honor. You do not belong to any honor. So, we believe that this is not allowed in Islam. It had been allowed temporarily before, as the intoxication was allowed, and then it became forbidden until the day of judgment. And if you are a mother and you are a father, would you accept to sign the approval of a temporary marriage for your daughter to be married for 1 week or 1 month? Do you accept it? Let everyone ask himself this question, or ask herself this question. Do you allow it for your children? You don't allow it. You don't like it. Marriage for 1 month? Who's interested in this? Another question.
They had a question.
I don't have a question, but I just want to debate the Shiah.
Okay, I'm gonna limit any comments. Okay, after this you can.
No,
yeah,
it's okay. Give it. Take one issue.
I don't want to hear it, but the questions were able to debate after.
Okay, inshallah, that's a good plan. Any other questions? Take the brother there.
Yeah. You mentioned a quote from. I just wanted to ask you, which hadith book or which authentic book you got this quote that Mazallah, God forbid, Imam Ali alayhi salam is the creator of the world. From which authentic book or which one I didn't write, and where do you get?
The book is written by. I'm trying to remember the name of the book, but it's the author of the book is Ibn Rajab al-Barsi. Ibn Rajab al-Barsi, and Hussein al-Thayd, he mentioned this in Al-Khutbah al-Tatnajiyyah. It's called Al-Khutbah al-Tatnajiyyah. In the book of, if you want, I can try to find the name of the book. I'm trying to remember it now. I don't remember now. Please, excuse me. After the lecture, come to me and I'll give you the name of the book exactly. But it's been written by Ibn Rajab al-Barsi, and Hussein, I have it in his voice. He mentioned the name of the book himself. I have it with me here. Okay? That's your right. I can give it to you at any time.
Okay, I'm going to take some written questions, and I'll take the brother there, and I believe the brother there also had a question. The first question here is regarding naming of Ali's children. I'm not going to go through the whole question, it's very long. But effectively it says that these names, Uthman, Umar and so on, Abu Bakr, were very popular names at that time. So how did you extrapolate that these were names taken for the love of the Sahabi and not from them being popular?
Because Ali is brave. Because Ali is brave. And Ali does not give his daughter to someone whom he hates, but he loves him. And he does not name his son Umar, but because he loves him. And he does not give Ali bay'ah, but because he loves him. Otherwise, you have to say that Ali was coward.
Okay, inshallah, there's one more written question. Why have you not mentioned anything about the Caliphate? Is it not true that when the Prophet ﷺ died, Abu Bakr and the rest were busy with elections of the Caliphs as mentioned in Bukhari?
Mm-hmm. Sure, Abu Bakr should be engaged with the matter of Khilafah leadership, lest the seculars take it away. Oh, there was no seculars at the time, right? No, Abdullah ibn Ubay bin Salul was secular. He was a hypocrite. The Prophet was establishing, constructing this leadership, and the companions would not leave it. Because why was Abdullah ibn Ubay bin Salul hating the Prophet? Because he was about to become the king. at the last minute, but the Prophet came after that. And people's attention was to the Prophet Muhammad, and they put this man in their back. They did not care about him. That's why he hated the Prophet. So the Prophet was building this Islamic state, and the companions will not be leaving for those people. And by the way, not all the companions, for example, should be busy in one thing. Some of them, they were engaged in the Prophet's bathing, preparing him for the funeral. Many companions, not only Ali as many people think, because we have a very authentic narration that the companions said, what shall we do? Should we strip the Prophet, take his clothes off, as we do to our dead people? So that sleeping was sent unto them. And they heard someone from a corner in the house that bathed the Prophet while his clothes are over him. Many companions, many, not only one. So not 10,000 companions should be busy for the funeral of the Prophet, bathing him. No. Even in the war, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا كَانَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ لِيَنْفِرُوا كَافَّةً. Not all the believers should be rushing for going out for jihad. Not all of them. فَلَوْلَا نَفَرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ مِّنْهُمْ طَائِفٌ. Shouldn't there be a group of people who will be dedicating themselves to teach them and to warn them? So even in the battlefield, not all the people should be taking one direction or one job, one task. Okay? And note here, by the way, that the Prophet ﷺ said, وَيَأْبَى اللَّهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِلَّا أَبَا بَكْرٍ. And Aisha, by the way, she was saying when the Prophet said, let Abu Bakr be the leader for the prayer. She said, oh Prophet, Abu Bakr is a very crying person. When he performs the prayer, when he recites the Quran in the prayer, his voice cannot be heard because of his extreme crying. He said, let Abu Bakr lead the prayer many times. Then the Prophet said to Aisha, give me a pen and a paper, so I'll write a wasiyah for you, lest someone wish the leadership and says it belongs to me. وَيَأْبَى اللَّهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِلَّا أَبَا بَكْرٍ. The Prophet said it 3 times. And Allah insists, and the believers, but Abu Bakr, that should be the leader.
Okay, inshallah, the brother here had a question. After that, is there any sisters who wants asking questions? Shall I take after brother here, I'll come back to you.
You're not fair, Sheikh. You have taken 20 questions from here, and the sisters don't take any questions.
Sorry, bro.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam to Allah.
Sheikh, could you please explain to us what is the reason for the Shiah to use a mud stone in Salah?
Such a thing that the Prophet was not doing, Ali was not doing. I mean, if we return to the prayer of Ali radiallahu anhu, the prayer of Al-Hasan, the prayer of the Prophet, were they putting something before? Yes is no. Nothing. Okay. Now, the Shia say that this is a part of the body of Al-Hussein radiallahu anhu. They say this is a part, because this is from al-turba. From al-turba al-Husayn. They call it from al-turba al-Husayniyya. Okay? And that the prayer should be to Allah, and no stone should be involved in this. We don't allow the cross for the Christians in the matter of prayer, and we don't allow this khurs to be used in the prayer. It's not allowed. And I don't know why they do it. What is the purpose? What is the significance? I mean, when the Prophet said, pray as you see me pray, this is well-known hadith. Pray as you see me pray. Did he put anything? No. He was only putting sutra. So anyone can pass by after the sutra. Yes. But to put something on the ground, and it has something to do with the body of Hussein. I mean, how many? We have hundreds of millions of Shia in the generations. Was this small body of Hussein sufficient for all of them? And even in the future for many hundreds of millions? It became something like Zamzam. I mean, Zamzam is sufficient for millions of people. But one body for Hussein radiallahu anhu is sufficient for all people to use it as a course for them to pray. And what is the relevance between the Hussein's death and the prayer of people to Allah? I don't find any reason for that.
Yep, sister there.
No problem.
Inshallah, but I'm going to limit 1 minute each, okay? Is that right?
I don't hear.
So just can you speak up a little bit? It's difficult to hear you.
Can you? I didn't understand the hadith. He permit. Yeah. Yes, the Prophet made sajda on the mud because it was muddy, and he saw in the dream one night before Laylatul Qadr, and that was a sign that was Laylatul Qadr. The Prophet saw in the dream that he will be making sujood on water and mud, and the next day it was muddy, it was rainy, to the extent that the Prophet has to make sujood, and he was seen having this mud.
The reason why Shiah play on the turba is because it's something natural.
No. No, the Shia, they have a book called As-Sujud ala Turba al-Husayniyya.
Turba al-Husayniyya meaning the turba, the actual scarf in the West Arabic.
Mhm.
Scarf is from Hussein's shrine in Iraq. That's turba Husayniyya.
Yeah.
But nothing to do with the body or anything. It's just relating to the natural substance of turba. And
You're returning to the same thing. You say it has nothing to do with it, but it has been taken
It
from
has
it.
nothing to do with the Hussein's body. You're saying this to do with Hussein's body.
But what do you mean by Turba al-Husayniyya?
The Turba Husayniyya
Does it have to be from the shrine of any of the imams or any particular place? If the Shia want to pray on something natural, they can easily take a leaf from outside, pray on that, pick something natural. That's the point that my sister
Like A4 paper as well.
paper is made from something natural. Yes.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, but they call it Turba Husayniyya.
Right, the Turba is natural.
And they say it's from Karbala, where Hussein died.
Yeah, that's because this is trab.
Turab Husayni. It's not only Turab.
Okay,
It's
inshallah, we need to...
It's
we need
Turab
to-
Husayni.
Um,
They are
we need to move
relating
on,
it.
inshallah, so let's find out.
They are relating it. They're saying Turba Husayniyya. If they said only dust, excuse me, just a second. If they only said Turab, no problem. But it say Turab Husayni, that means, and they made it clear. I have many quotations of the scholars, the Shias, who said that this is where Al-Hussein died. So Turba is taken from there.
Should we pray on anything else or just that?
We pray on the Prophet. The Prophet said, جعلت الأرض لي الأرض مسجدا وطهورا.
Shia, do they only pray on Turba Husayniyya? Nothing else?
Basically, I don't know if there are others among them who do not do it, but this is basically what they should be doing, isn't it?
I feel that, sorry, just to quickly finish this point, I think that you're unfairly generalizing the Shia Ummah by saying that we only pray on Turba Husayniyya. I'm a Shia myself, and I don't ever pray on Turba.
When we-
I pray on anything else that's natural.
When we talk, yes.
So I just want to make that clear for
Thank you.
yourself and everyone else that it's not just Turba Husayniyya that comes from a special place in a special place, or that we pray on.
Thank you
We
very
pray on
much.
anything that's natural, so that's basically it. We just wanted to clarify that point for you.
Thank you very much.
Our second
Are you
point-
no, let me finish this. When we talk about Shia, we're talking about the madhab, which had been taken as a way of belief mentioned by their scholars who agreed on this. I don't care about individuals, because also, as individuals, there are many people who say to me, we are in our house, don't allow anyone to speak against the companions, against the wives of the Prophet, which is fine. But that is not my standard. The standard is what the Shia scholars approved as a matter of Shia faith. I don't care about the individuals. It's just like Christians saying, for example, I am Christian and I don't believe in the Trinity. I don't care about individuals. I care about what is the charismatic faith,
Characteristics.
the form of faith of the madhab. This is what interests me. As an individual, may God bless you, maybe you don't do it, some other people. I don't care about someone said to me, I don't do this, I don't do that. Second question.
Again, just quickly as well. If you are talking like really about the madhab,
No.
we're talking about the specific individual. So I think in future, if you don't want to cause any offense, then please do make that bit clear. Just to quickly move on.
Thank you for this. But usually it should be known even without because I'm not against individual. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about what had been formed as a matter of faith, not formed by the individuals or the layman Shia, but by the scholars of the Shia. Okay? Your second question.
My second point was about your lengthy explanation of Quran that I heard and about the wives. I have a hadith here from Sahih Muslim, book 31, hadith number.
About Zayd ibn al-Arqam.
Sorry?
About Zayd ibn al-Arqam.
Well, if you just let me.
Okay, I will. No problem.
Went out one morning wearing a striped coat of the black camel's hair that there came Hussein ibn Ali. He wrapped him under it. Then came Hussein and he wrapped him under it as well, along with Abu Qasim. Then came Fatima and he took her under it, and then came Ali and he took him under it also. And he said, Allah only desires to take away any uncleanness from you, O people of the household, and purify you. This has come from
Sahih Muslim.
Sahih Muslim.
No problem.
To further this point, there is a Quranic ayah, 33. I'm sure you've heard that. Verily Allah only desires to keep away the uncleanness from you. Yeah, so the verse was really that.
Can I answer?
If you want, you stated that that the wives were included in the term of debate. If this verse, the rest of it, did include the wives, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have revealed the following 3 verses. And Surah Shakir,
Surah?
verse 3.
Surah?
Shakir, 66 verse.
Shakir? Surah? Surah?
Surah 66, verse 3.
Let's see what is 66.
Just to mention, just after this point, we will move on, inshallah. You're also
Let's see what
welcome
is
to stay.
No, please don't clash. Please, respect.
You're welcome to debate afterwards, inshallah, but people still have other questions, and we have some written questions as well.
This Tahrim. Tahrim. 66. Surah 66.
Tahrim. Second. 66 you said? Tahrim. What about Tahrim? What verse?
Verse 3.
Verse 3. Okay,
وإذا
it's
صار
coming.
النبي وإذا صار النبي
Oh, okay. طيب.
وإذا
It's
صار-
coming. Taking. Let me answer the first question about Sahih Muslim. Do you believe that the family of the Prophet, the sons Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, are they purified before this
Yes.
or after this? Before. But Allah is intending to purify you. إنما يريد الله ليذهب. Allah is planning, is intending to remove from you any evil. That means the evil is supposed to be there. Where says that? Sister, you are misunderstanding the verse. I'll tell you why. Okay. With my respect to you, just be patient with me. The verse was preceded by, stay in your houses. Do not wear Jahiliyyah clothes. Okay? Establish prayer. Give zakah. Obey Allah and His Messenger. Verily, Allah is intending by applying these things to remove any evil from you. By applying the orders to remove. There's relevance between doing these actions, obeying Allah, giving zakah. Okay? Because zakah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ. Take from them charity that cause the purification. Sister, you are misunderstanding the verse. I'll tell you why. Okay? With my respect to you, just be patient with me. The verse was preceded by, stay in your houses. Do not wear Jahiliyyah clothes. Okay? Establish prayer. Give zakah. Obey Allah and His Messenger. verily Allah is intending by applying these things to remove any evil from you. By applying the orders to remove. There's relevance between doing these actions, obeying Allah, giving zakat. Okay? Because zakat, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُم. Take from them charity that cause the purification of them. Did you? I respect you, sister, but I want you to listen to me while I'm giving the answer, not to prepare a question for me. Okay? Thank you.
Sorry, sister, we need to move on now, inshallah. We can.
So I hope it's very clear to you. By the person can evil can be removed from him and he become pure by actions to be done. Not only because now you will realize that there's something wrong with your understanding to the verse. The verse is saying he is intending to remove the evil from you. That means if we believe it is a pure way, that means they have evil already. No. By applying Allah's commands, this will be their purification system. Okay? As for the Sahih narration of Sahih Muslim, there's nothing wrong with that. Why do you quote it for us? We don't believe that. We don't believe that Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, they are not Ahlul Bayt. We do. In the beginning of my lecture, I said when we mention the word Ahlul Bayt, we include the sons and the wives. And by the way, in Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet said to Aisha, whenever he entered, Assalamu alaikum Ahlul Bayt. In Sahih Bukhari. And they said, in Sahih Bukhari as well, O Prophet, how can we make salah on you? He said, قولوا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد. The next narration after that, قولوا اللهم صل على محمد وأزواجه وذريته. His wives and his sons. So our faith is based on what we find in Sahih Bukhari.
I feel that you didn't quite address the verse later on that I did ask
Inshallah,
you
inshallah.
to-
Just 1 second, you should be the last one, yes?
You didn't address the ayah in the Quran which says that, and when the Prophet secretly communicated a piece of information to one of his wives, when she informed others of it, and Allah made him to know it, he made known part of it and avoided her, and he informed her of it. She said, who informed you of this? He replied, knowing
نبأني العليم الخبير. Yeah.
from the Quran.
Sorry?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has
Okay.
purified all as
إن تتوبا إلى الله فقد صغت قلوبكما. If you repent to Allah. The verse says, if you repent to Allah, is that it? إن تتوبا إلى الله فقد صغت قلوبكما. Is that it?
No, it's not. It's,
I'm calling because it's here in my mind. You're saying it in English, and because I know it. Okay, go ahead.
do you mind if we have this discussion after? Because I think
Okay, go ahead. I'm not gonna interrupt you.
Okay, inshallah, before
Oh,
the next
are
question.
you done?
no, I'll discuss it after.
Okay, no problem.
Before I take the next question,
Thank you very much.
Any brothers or sisters that do need to leave, you are welcome to leave, inshallah. We'll be staying on for a little bit longer. But
Well, that requires me to try to find the moderate mosque in Iran, which I have no experience. But I wish you good luck. Some people were deported when they prayed like this. They were kicked out of the mosque. And I don't claim that all the mosques will be the same. No, I can't say that.
Would it be haram for me or not haram for me?
Or to put your hand. If you expect that your body is going to be swollen in some parts, if you have that fear, using taqiyya in Islam is allowed. Taqiyya. When you are threatened that you may be kicked or beaten or etc. If you want to use that, that's rukhsa. If not, but we don't use taqiyya in normal cases. We don't say taqiyya is one of the pillars of Islam. He who has no taqiyya has no faith. We don't say that.
okay, I'm going to take some written questions now. Actually, just on the topic of taqiyya. Some brothers have asked just to Sheikh if you could clarify what you mean by taqiyya.
By the way, my laptop requires electricity, and until now there's no electricity. It's about to switch off. Taqiyya. Okay, now. Taqiyya is to do something different, apparently, outwardly different than the thing that you reveal or conceal or reveal. That you hide internally, inwardly, conceal. Okay? Now, in Islam, this is allowed. But if you are threatened, such as Ammar bin Yasir radiallahu anhu. Ammar bin Yasir was taken by the kuffar and he was beaten until he said, I disbelieve in Muhammad. And he came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, Oh Prophet, I said it. It came out of my mouth. I had to. They were beating me up. The Prophet said, how did you find your heart? Did you feel happy after? He said, no. He said, if they did that to you, do that again. If they beat you up again, use that taqiyya. So in this, but it is better not to say it. And Ali, the brave man, wallahi we believe that he is the brave man. He is a lion. And a lion doesn't use that taqiyya. I know that the lions are afraid sometimes from the elephants. But eventually when they come after them, or they come behind them, they keep attacking them. Ali is a lion. And I never believe that Ali make that taqiyya.
I'm going to take a couple more questions, written ones. And I'm going to take these two together. So the first question is, you said you cannot say Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali, but Sunni ulama say it in their gatherings. Please answer this misconception people have. And the second question relating to it is it okay to say Yazid, may Allah be pleased with him, or are you supposed to curse him?
Yazid is one of the Muslims. He's one of the Muslims. I don't know if some people say no, he's not a Muslim. If he's the one who is responsible for the massacre, alleged massacre in Medina, killing Hussein, may Allah's curse be upon him. But we need someone to bring an authentic narration that he's the one behind it. What we have, in which Ibn Kathir in his tafsir illustrated and reported that Yazid cried when Ubaydullah ibn Ziyad caused the death of Hussein radiallahu anhu. Anyone who had cooperated in the conspiracy of killing Al-Hussein, may Allah's curse be upon him, even if he's Abu Bakr. Suppose. Anyone. Are you pleased with this? Where's the question? Are you pleased with this? But bring me something authentic. And I say, due to my humble experience, I haven't come across any authentic narration that Yazid was responsible in the death of Al-Hussein radiallahu anhu.
Okay, inshallah, any more questions? Just I'll come back to you later. You had a long turn, so once we... Inshallah, later on, because you did have a long...
Some people, they edited my voice. Some people edited my voice on the internet. And sometimes I say radiallahu anhu. And some of the time I use Yazid. And it's easy on SoundForge or Cool Edit or etc. They can edit my voice and put Yazid radiallahu anhu together as one voice. I don't mind. What shall I do?
Start. We'll come back to you afterwards. I promise. Inshallah. Afterwards, inshallah.
Give her a chance. Give her, please, sister. Well, if we want to open this, go to that drift, I'm afraid somebody's going to be asking me about his favorite President, Gaddafi, for example, and some others about King Abdullah, etc. I'm not that person who talks about Saddam Hussein. And Saddam Hussein, as anyone who's expecting death, he'll be making repentance. I disagree with what he did before. He was a tyrant. He was a very blunt person. He killed many people. Thousands of people. You know the story of the one who killed 100 persons and then he repented. You know his story? And then he repented. And God accepted his repentance. I don't know. And he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, but they didn't want him to complete it and say, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. You know. So please keep me away from this. Books of history talk about Yazid doing this and that. Those are big books of history. And if we prove the personality of Abdullah bin Sabah, the Jewish, who is believed to be the establisher of Shiaism, people say to us, this is a fiction, he had been mentioned by books of history. You should not believe in books of history. But they want us to believe in the books of history what they mentioned about Yazid. And that's a contradiction. You don't want to believe in books of history. Let us not use it against Yazid, nor against Abdullah bin Salam. That's fair.
Yeah, his brothers.
Does this answer your question? If you have any other question, no problem. Thank you very much.
You said you will not keep it. You want to use it with the one.
With the written ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Inshallah, I will get to them, inshallah, yeah?
The one about single gatherings and saying Ya Rasulullah.
Oh yes, about Ya Rasulullah. Okay. Who are the scholars who said you're allowed to say Ya Rasulullah? Who are those? Shafi'i said it's allowed to say Ya Rasulullah? No. Abu Hanifa said no. Ahmad said no. Who said it? So the questioner, give him back the paper, let him bring some quotations. I'll welcome it and I'll deal with it. But my Quran says, وَأَنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. Don't call upon anyone else. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ. Those whom you call beside Allah, عِبَادٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ. They are servants like you. فَادْعُوهُمْ. So call them. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Let them respond to you if you are telling the truth. Let's give
Inshallah, I think, brother, you ask a question or do you want to come up later on?
I want to debate while everyone's
Inshallah, yeah, I'm aware of that.
What do you mean debate? I'm an old man and I told you since 11 o'clock I was awake and you want to debate after that. I'm afraid I'm going to fall down. But anyway, put your...
We won't take too long.
No, okay, go ahead. Give him a chance.
There's a few points that you mentioned that, you know, I'm a Shi'a myself, and a lot of them are untrue or have been fabricated. Sorry to say that. First of all, just the point you said that the dead do not hear, and how can we say that, oh Hussein, when we try to do something, say, oh Hussein, or Ali, or Muhammad, okay? In the Quran, first of all, just about the dead do not hear. In the Quran it says, in Surah 3, Ayah 169, think not of those who are slain in Allah's way as dead, the martyrs. Nay, they are alive, finding their sustenance in the presence of their Lord.
No,
they are alive.
You removed one. No, that's Quran.
No.
You have to complete it. أحياء with their Lord. You do not say that.
And the Lord, because he didn't let me finish it.
No, you exceeded it. Anyway.
Of their Lord. There's another ayah, it's no problem. I can go to another ayah.
No problem. You want me to answer it? Can I answer it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. No, he is right. In one verse, بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون. نعم. In Al-Baqarah, but he said the third one. Al-Imran. In Al-Imran, أحياء عند ربهم. Okay? Now, أحياء they are with their Lord. With their Lord, alive. We don't deny that. But look, when the Prophet was in life, down in this earth, when he was alive, before he died, was he hearing people from far? He was not with his Lord. He was down. Was he hearing people when they call him? How come? Where's that?
There's a hadith in Sahih Bukhari. Yeah, I've got the hadith and it's
Bring it.
from the top. Like when you write on Google, Sahih Bukhari, that's the first one that comes
No
up.
problem.
Okay? Talks about the Prophet going towards the grave and saying that these people are more alive than us.
After they put the bodies in the after Badr.
Oh, he's talking about Abu Jahl.
No, he goes to the grave in front of all of the
I know,
families that
I know,
were there,
I know.
He said, he said that they are more alive than us. Okay.
This is when...
They can hear our voices just as clear as you hear me.
I know the narration. Umar said to him, when he said to the people of the grave, when they were buried, Abu Jahl, Al-Walid bin Mughira, the 9 tyrants of Quraysh, Tawaghit Quraysh who had died. Now I don't think that those people are miraculous and God allowed them to hear. Just to give them honor. It was a punishment for them to hear the blaming of the Prophet. Because Qatada said, also in Bukhari, he said, أحياهم الله حتى أسمعهم كلام النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم تبكيتا وتقريعا وحسرة وندما, to increase their regret and sorrow, because he was saying to them, you deported me while people welcomed me. You left me while the people supported me. We found what Allah promised us truth. Do you find what Allah promised you truth, O people? Abu Jahl. Umar said to him, O Prophet, are you speaking to bodies who have no souls? He said, O Umar, now they are hearing. Now they are hearing. This is a temporary kind of hearing, which is specially for them to increase their regret and sorrow.
Also,
It's very clear. So, but basically, the dead do not hear.
the ayah, there's more than one ayah that says they do it. Anyway, we move on to the
No,
intercession.
the ayah you mentioned does not say they hear. Please, no one should interfere. My friend.
We move on to the intercession. So, I mean, when will we get to a conclusion?
No, but I want to. Do you agree with me that the verse does not talk about hearing people?
Sorry?
Do you agree with me or you disagree?
So repeat it. Sorry.
That the verses do not talk about hearing people.
If someone's alive, what does that mean? He could hear you.
The Prophet was alive in life here on the earth, and no one was calling him from far. Hadith Ammar in Sahih Muslim. Ammar is Abu Amir. The Prophet sent him with ghazwa, with a battle, and he felt that he was going to die. He's sick. So he sent a letter through a postman. One of his soldiers said, take this letter and go to the Prophet. And when you see the Prophet, open it and read it to him. What was in it? He said, O Prophet, seek forgiveness for me. Pray for me. Make prayer for me. Ask Allah for me. See, the man did not say it from far. He sent a man with a letter and he read it in front of the Prophet. Then the Prophet took wudu and he performed 2 units. He raised his hand and he said, Oh Allah, forgive your servant Abu Amir. Oh Allah, let him be at the day of judgment higher among many servants of yours. So why did he send someone by post? There is nothing during the life of the Prophet ﷺ as to someone raised his hands and asked the Prophet from distance. No.
Okay, the Quran says, you said in regards to that.
So brother, saying after this point, we'll just move on, and then obviously afterwards you can carry on. Inshallah, but the other brothers want to ask.
I can't do anything. He is the chairman.
That's fine. Because we could go on for a week. It's no problem.
No problem, no problem. Alhamdulillah. We have good atmosphere. Our discussion is very good, very civilized. No problem. Please go. Go ahead.
Just there's an ayah in regards to what you just said about the Prophet can't hear, he can't observe. In the Quran it says in Surah 9, ayah 94. It is your actions that Allah and His Messenger will observe. Okay. In Surah 9.
And the believers.
That's another ayah.
Okay.
Surah 9, 105, which we just talked about.
Which is the same surah.
And say work, yeah, in the same surah. In 105, and say work, soon will Allah observe your work and His Messenger and the believers. So they will observe, they know. Okay, not just Allah knows, the Prophet will know. Okay, that's in regards to what you just said.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you. Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Okay. God is talking about exposing the people, showing the truth about what people were doing in life. It will be shown to everybody, to the messengers, to the messenger of Allah, and to the believers. Now, every believer he knows the unseen, but the verse says the believers. Why did you say some of them? So your understanding of the verse is wrong, my friend.
I mean, it's your tafsir, we've got tafsir, and there's
No problem.
many tafsirs within.
I'm quoting what Ibn Kathir said and many scholars. Okay, they said their actions, the truth, especially those hypocrites, because he was addressing the hypocrites. At the day of judgment, the hypocrites, the true action that they were doing will be exposed, because even in the same chapter. وممن حولكم من الأعراب منافقون ومن أهل المدينة مرضوا على النفاق لا تعلمهم نحن نعلمهم. And among the people of Medina and those who surround the Medina, there are hypocrites. And they have grown with hypocrisy. You do not know them, O Messenger, but we know them. You don't know them. And the hadith that I quoted about Ashabi, remember? They said the angels will be saying, you do not know what they have done after you. You do not know. You do not know. You do not know. That's clear. And in the Quran, Allah said, وَلَا أَقُولُ لَكُمْ عِنْدِي خَزَائِنُ اللَّهِ وَلَا أَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبِ. I do not know the unseen. I do not know the unseen. Aisha was left in the desert. The army forgot her. She was sitting down. Did she say, "Oh my husband, oh Messenger of Allah, I'm alone in the desert"? No, she didn't. Did the Prophet know? If you say he knows, he knew it, and he allowed Safwan to take her while he was alone with her until he escorted her to Medina, that means there's something wrong with the Prophet. That slanders the Prophet, because usually you don't allow someone to be alone with your wife unless something happened like this and you didn't know about it.
Just back to my original
Sorry,
point.
brother, inshallah.
Sorry, just
Give him the last chance,
because
please.
we went off the topic a bit slightly.
No
go
problem.
back to the,
Please go on.
the intercession part where we say, we go to the Imam Hussein and say, please intercede for us. Okay? Just a quick point that we don't actually go to Imam Hussein and ask him. No. We go, we pray, everything just like the Prophet used to go to the grave and pray. That's known. Okay? We go there to ask Allah through Imam Hussein, through Imam Ali, through the Prophet, and many others. Just like the Sunnis, when they go to Bukhari, okay, where he's buried, they go to his mosque, and he has a grave over there and a mosque, and they go and do shafa'ah as well over there.
I wish Bukhari would be revived to see this. He's going to be beating them up. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, let me just carry on.
Go ahead.
In many ayahs in the Quran, we see that intercession is very clear. Even some Sunnis, they agree with that. And
All the Sunnis should agree with this because it's in the Quran.
Of course, so that's where we come from. And then most famous ayah in the Quran, which we recite every day, is Ayatul Kursi. Yeah, who is he that can intercede with him except with his permission? So he gives permission to certain people, okay, to intercede. And in many ayahs also that is mentioned. Obviously, you must know about it.
Two conditions for shafa'ah. Two conditions, not only one.
There's many conditions, of course.
No, only two. According to the Quran.
In the Quran,
وَكَمْ مِنْ مَلَكٍ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ لَا تُغْنِي شَفَاعَتُهُم شَيْئًا إِلَّا مِنْ بَعْدِ أَنْ يَأْذَنَ اللَّهُ لِمَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيَرْضَى. يَأْذَنَ وَيَرْضَى. He allows the person to intercede and he approves the one who should be interceding for. So both are not in the Prophet's hand.
okay,
So why do you ask the Prophet something which is not in his hand?
There's another ayah which gives attributes to those that can give permission. And those attributes, as far as like history is seen, those attributes best fit, obviously, the Prophet, number one. Okay, we don't say Imam Ali is higher than the Prophet. We never say that, which you mentioned. We never say that. Okay, and also that, the okay, we don't. Lost the point because you just spoke to me. But we never say that. We go there. Okay, for the intercession. Okay, and
My friend, if you are in the house and you saw a cat in your house, and your brother said, "No, there's no cat because I did not see a cat," who do we believe?
Scholars believe that the Quran is complete, and so that means you're saying that I'm lying. And I just want to ask you, if I'm that when I say this, are you saying that I'm lying? And how do you know I'm lying when you say? I mean, obviously, you don't have knowledge of the unseen.
No, I don't have the knowledge of the unseen, but I have the knowledge of what your religion is based on taqiyya. That's what makes me doubtful.
As well, according in Murat al-Uqud.
Sorry?
As far as I remember, that hadith according
Yeah, but also in Murat al-Uqud.
That hadith is like an hujjah on us.
But also in Murat al-Uqud, he approved the narration that the Quran contains 17,000.
Including he later in another book he added that he said that including the hadith al-Qudsi.
No. What he said the book was changed and decreased, taken many verses, and he said the companions are behind this. That's what he said. You want me to bring it to you? I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it now to you. Shall I bring it to you now?
Well, I don't have the reference of the book which he
I will give you the number of the volume and the page, and you read it.
You're quoting from which book?
Murat al-Uqud.
Murat al-Uqud.
Yes.
Okay, just give me the reference.
Yeah, I will. No problem. Okay, let's see another questioner while I'm going to bring the...
Inshallah, to ask the sister here.
I
Oh, I can bring you.
Yes, please do.
I can bring you a lot. Please don't laugh. Let's have the atmosphere of respect. Thank you very much. She has something to believe in, and we leave it to her. I mean, if a Christian came here and he asked us a question, would we be laughing at him? I don't think we'll be doing this. Sorry, sister. Please go ahead.
When you say the origin is based on that is a custom, because you are basically saying that as a Shia, I have to conceal my faith from the rest of the world. I'm very proud to be Shia, despite the fact that I can't reveal it to certain members of certain texts for certain reasons. I feel very proud of that. And for me, in essence, some people need to be lying or concealing something about yourself. So therefore, you are saying that the Shia in general are living a lie and are lying to everyone else in, as part of our faith, and our religion teaches that kind of sin. Me personally, I take lying as very, very serious, and I try not to lie. And for you to say that statement is a personal insult, and I would please ask for your references, and therefore we can discuss further on that matter. My other statement is that when you say that we believe that the Quran is incomplete, you take that very literally. When we say the Quran is incomplete and that Ali lies 2/3 of the Quran, it is only because his tafsir was so perfect that his tafsir now, there are many different tafsirs. We believe that Ali has the correct tafsir of the Quran.
Where is it?
Please let me finish. So when we say that the Quran, if some people say, I disagree with that statement, but if some people say, I would ask you to open up your mind just a little bit and understand that they mean that because of the tafsir is now changed, that different madhabs have different tafsir of certain ayahs. And when we say that the Quran, when they say the Quran is incomplete, they're talking about the tafsir, not the actual, not incomplete that has been removed or whatever. That they are talking about the tafsir of the ayahs, not the Quranic ayahs themselves. I have further questions, but I'll let you answer.
Okay, let me first give him the reference, volume 35, page 24. In Bihar al-Anwar,
Which hadith is he doing the Shia?
he said
Number of that.
the number of the book, the number of the volume is 35,
Yeah.
page 24, Bihar al-Anwar.
Bihar al-Anwar.
Hey, and I'll give you, don't worry, I'll give you,
From Bihar al-Anwar, because Bihar al-Anwar is also a compilation. It also includes hadith from Sahih Muslim.
can I continue? I'll read it to you. He said, he accused the companions of changing the verses and putting them in different chapters for their own lively benefit. He said, that's why maybe they put the verse of Tathir in different place, and they claimed that it suits the place here in Surah Al-Ahzab. Or they put it in the context of speaking to the wives for their lively benefits. Okay? And there will come many narrations, authentic, mustafid, to prove that a lot of verses have been taken away from the Quran. This is in Bihar Anwar. Do you want me to bring you something from Mir'at al-Aqul? I will, inshallah. Okay. He said, the Quran have been changed and diminished by a lot of verses. After he approved the authenticity of the verse that says that the Quran, not the tafsir, the Quran that had been descended by Jibreel is 17,000 verses. The Quran, not tafsir Ali. No one said that.
He's talking about. Sorry, I'm distracting.
No problem. No problem.
He's talking about. He's including hadith Qudsi. The words descended to him is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through angel Jibreel.
With all my respect to you, that's what you're adding. He didn't say it.
He mentioned it in another book.
Give it to me, inshallah. Give it to me, and I will deal with it. Mir'at al-Aqul, volume 12, page 225. In Mir'at al-Aqul. Also, and he said, فَالْخَبَرُ صَحِيح. The narration about 17,000 verses is authentic, وَلَا يَخْفَى. And it should not be hidden that this narration and many other authentic narrations are so obvious في نقص القرآن وتغييره, that the Quran have been changed and have been diminished. قرأت أقول volume 12 page 525. So what do we say? It's very clear. Very clear. Anyway. Yes. We want to give chance for those who did not have the chance of asking. And then I come back to you.
You have to answer the question of the sister.
Oh, okay. What was the question of the sister? Your question was about taqiyya, right? Yes. I'll bring you from... just a second. Basically, taqiyya with Ahl Sunnah, it is haram to be used except in critical cases such as threatening, persecuting, etc. Okay? Okay. And the verse is very clear. من كفر بالله من بعد إيمانه إلا من أكره وقلبه مطمئن بالإيمان. It's very clear إن شاء الله. طيب. طيب.
Sheikh, don't deny what you've said. In critical circumstances, no one is asked to lie about their religion unless they are in danger of themselves. I know several cases who come from Sunni families but have converted, and their families are so strict on their culture that they see it as something dishonorable to change your beliefs, even in the slightest.
Are you talking about those who became Shia?
Sorry? I'm talking about critical cases. I'm giving you an example.
Oh. Okay.
I know several cases of Muslim ladies and men who have changed their beliefs from Sunni to Shia and vice versa. I mean, it happens. And cannot reveal their true selves to their family and to their friends and to the rest of the world because otherwise they would be in danger, physical and mental harm.
Mm-hmm.
That is why to be...
And you know the opposite as well.
The main example is Abu Talib. That's our first example.
What Abu Talib? What about Abu Talib? What about Abu Talib?
Him as being someone who practiced taqiyya.
Abu Talib was using taqiyya.
Yes.
Not in our relations, maybe in your relation.
Yes.
In your relation.
I'm not disputing the fact that you
Okay.
think otherwise, but that I'm giving you an example. People who were in physical and mental harm are allowed to hide their religion because they are in danger. That is the only condition. You cannot go around lying to people about, if you live in a Muslim world and you...
Is that according to your madhab or to the Shia madhab?
That's according to my personal beliefs. And yes, I'm guessing the Shia madhab.
No, not the Shia. Let me quote to you something. Please. And don't say shh. It's not respect. Don't say that. Say please. I'll give you the answer to this. In the book Al-Kafi, Al-Rawda, volume 8, page 292. Ja'far al-Sadiq, he was with Abu Hanifa. Someone came to Abu Hanifa and he said to him, I have seen in my dream something. He said, okay, tell me, what's your dream? He told him his dream. He said, you are a man who was going to divorce your wife. Don't do that. Then Ja'far said to him, Wallahi laqad asabta ya Abu Hanifa. Then when Abu Hanifa went, asabta yani you are right. It's absolutely true, Abu Hanifa. Then when Abu Hanifa left, the questioner, who was Shia maybe, he said to Ja'far, you amazed me. I'm amazed of what you said to this Nasibi. Nasibi means an enemy to Ahlul Bayt. You said to him, you're right, and you swore by Allah that he was right. He said, what did you know about what I said to him? I meant to say to him, Wallahi laqad asabta al-khata'a ya Abu Hanifa. You have targeted the wrong, Abu Hanifa. But I did not say the wrong in front of him. Now tell me, was Abu Hanifa forcing him to use taqiyya?
Sorry, can you repeat who said that? Who related his name?
Ja'far said to Abu Hanifa, when he illustrated, no problem. When he illustrated his dream, he said to him, Abu Hanifa said to the man, you are going to divorce your wife. You're thinking about divorcing your wife, so don't divorce her. Then Ja'far al-Sadiq said, Wallahi, you are right, Abu Hanifa. Then when Abu Hanifa left, the man who saw the dream, he said to Ja'far al-Sadiq, I wonder, how do you say, Wallahi, you are right to that Nasibi? He said, what did he know about what I meant? I meant to say to him, Wallahi, you are right in your wrong answer. Wallahi, you are right in your wrong answer. This is taqiyya. So, let me mention to you what the scholars, the Shia scholars, talk about taqiyya, such as al-Khomeini. He said taqiyya can be used lest the madhab may diminish, may vanish. We use taqiyya to maintain the madhab. What is the forcing you're talking about? He said, al-Khomeini in his book. If you want me to bring it, I'll bring it to you. I'll give it to you. Al-Hukuma al-Islamiyya, page 61. He said, we use taqiyya a cause of fear of our madhab, that it may vanish. And how can you say you use it when it's really critical? Ja'far al-Sadiq is also saying, taqiyya is our faith. He who does not use taqiyya has no faith. Look, let's put the word taqiyya aside. Swine, pork. Suppose someone said to you, he who does not eat the pork, he has no faith. And we know that eating the pork is allowed in a critical circumstances, right? When you have no more food, you're afraid that you may die because of hunger, okay? But you can't say to the person, either you eat the pork, but if you die because you don't want to eat the pork, you're kafir. You have no faith. Cannot be. So they're saying to us here that 9% of the 10, among the 10%, 9 of the 10th of our faith is based on taqiyya. And he who has no taqiyya has no faith. That's what they narrated by Ja'far al-Sadiq. So as you believe, you're one of the layman Shi'a, by the way. And as I said before, the layman Shi'a are better than their scholars. I'm sorry to say that to you. Due to my experience, I know many Shi'a who do not allow the slandering of Aisha, do not allow the slandering of the companions. But the sheikhs of the Shi'a are not the same. I'm sorry to say that to you. With all my respect to you.
Inshallah, it's another day of the question.
I promised him to come back to him.
We will do, but it's good chances that people have not asked some questions yet.
All right.
Sorry, Sheikh, just a quick comment. I just wanted to reiterate the very important principle that the Sheikh mentioned, but it was kind of glossed over. That when we're learning the beliefs and the creed of all the different sects of the Ummah, not just the Shia, but any sect, there's a very important principle that we say that by the sect we mean what their creed and what their doctrine is. We do not hold the average person necessarily with the same allegations we do the scholars. This is a very, very, very important thing which I feel people have maybe ignored or haven't paid attention to, because if we understand this, we realize how, because if you see any sect in our history, if you see what they actually believed in, and you think with a rational mind, you would obviously say, I would not believe in this. Okay? But the problem comes when obviously the scholars of the sect don't want the general masses to know what the general creed and the basis of the sect is.
Inshallah, brother, can I just ask you to make very brief,
brief and loud, so I can understand.
Can I go to this brother first before you? Because he has been waiting for a long time, inshallah. Yeah, then I'll come to you.
Okay.
But like I said, can we make the questions very brief? Because I do want to ask the brother here and invite him back to debate, inshallah. Yeah, so make this very brief.
Okay, thanks. The pillar of Iman is Qadr, and the Qadr of Allah is that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu was before Ali. So how can we keep going on and on and on about this issue that Ali was supposed to be first? Isn't there a problem here? And again, after that, she said that Ali has the tafsir of the Quran or something like that. What are we supposed to do until then? Are we supposed to say this is an era of Jahiliyyah? What are we supposed to do? What's your advice?
I would have to stop you. Thank you very much for your comment. But I don't want comments to refute others. I don't want it. I'll be refuting. Okay? It may not be accepted of you. May Allah reward you. Thank you. I know your intention. But let them be with me. If they want to ask, I will answer them. Thank you very much. Please forgive me. I understand.
Brother here quickly, and then the brother there. And then I'm going to...
Okay, your question please, and then the sisters.
As far as I'm concerned, we addressed the in the beginning, we addressed it now. And we appears allowed in Sunni school as well. Generally, only if you're under extreme duress, you can consider it, as the case of Khalid ibn Yasir. Do you agree on that, yeah?
As the case of?
As the case of Khalid ibn Yasir.
Ammar bin Yasir. Okay.
in distress, so obviously you conceal it.
You're talking about taqiyya?
No, yeah.
Okay.
That's the type of zakiyah that we agree on.
Yes, we agree on that.
That's the type of zakiyah that Allah allowed, that's the type of zakiyah that Rasulullah allowed.
Okay.
Okay. So, if that's the zakiyah, if that's the zakiyah that Shias believe in, if they're writing in their books that they believe the Quran is complete, and they don't believe there's no tariqah, and these books then get taught at their principal colleges in Qom, in London, these books get taught to the new ulama. There's no concept of taqiyya, because taqiyya is only used in distress. If they were distressed and they wrote the book, I would understand. But if they're writing it in their applied books, that then get taught.
It was mentioned in the book of Kafi that what shall we do with they are slandering us, saying that we don't have the full Quran, etc., etc. Then I remember it's Ja'far who said to them, keep reading this available one until the Mahdi comes and give you the absent one, the complete one. Keep yourself with this.
Yes, with due respect, I understand the current tradition, but why I'm asking you to go is you have to understand, in traditions can be wrong, you accept that. In the past, there's been such narrators that are liars, they're called Kazab, and those that can be liars and narrators, which render the change invalid. What I'm talking about is applied ulama books. Why have the Shia ulama? You mentioned Majlisi, we'll deal with that afterwards.
I can give you tens, many statements, clear statements of Shia scholars who said that the narrations about from Ahl al-Bayt that the Quran is changed are many, they are abundant.
That's okay that they're many, but have they written that our belief in every sect has their applied books, so the Islamic sect have to be their Aqidah book. So to understand the Shia school of thought, they're not going to put in hadith, no doubt. But you have to understand, to base as Aqidah on a hadith is not fair. Read the applied book. If the applied books are mentioning that...
Is what book?
Aqaid.
Aqaid. Which for al-Mudaffar. Muhammad Rida al-Mudaffar?
Muhammad Raza al-Muzaffar.
Yes.
What is he saying about Quran in that?
What did he say about what?
That Quran sheet, there's no narration, and this is not a school of our thought.
Did he?
You mentioned Sheikh Saduq. He mentioned in his article that whoever claims that is a liar. I understand you say it's a fair.
Who said is a liar?
Sheikh Saduq said that anyone claiming that legally the Quran sheet is not complete is a liar.
Where did he say that?
In his Al-Itiqad, his book. He wrote a book called Al-Itiqad. It's a mini book about
His Tawheed.
No, Al-Itiqad.
Al-I'tiqad for...
From Sheikh Saduq.
Yes.
Sheikh Muhammad Raza al-Muzaffar in his Faith of Shia Islam mentions the same thing. Sheikh Muhammad Hassan Pasha Rebecca mentions the same thing.
What was their attitude to those who said that the Quran is changed? Did they say to them that you're kuffar?
Okay, I don't know what they're saying on that.
No. Look, wait. I can tell you that today there's an airplane that crashed. But I don't need to tell you every day that this airplane landed safely and the other airplane landed safely. What we're concerned about those who said the Quran is changed. And no action had been taken strictly against them. Nothing. Al-Khu'i said, Hadith al-Tahrif is khurafa. Khurafa, you know the meaning of khurafa?
Falsehood, yeah.
False, fiction. He said, no, fabricate. Khurafa. He should be saying that the Quran is changed is kufr. But he said only khurafa, as al-Mudaffar. Mudaffar didn't want to say that he's kept. Wait. I'll bring you from al-Mudaffar. He said that whoever, I'll bring you. Be with me 1 second. He said, al-Mudaffar said, لا يعتريه التبديل والتغيير والتحريف وهذا الذي بين أيدينا نتلوه هو نفس القرآن المنزل على النبي ومن ادعى فيه غير ذلك فهو مخترق أو مغالط أو مشتبه. Look, al-Mudaffar himself, he said, whoever says that the Quran is changed, he is مخترق. He has a problem in his mind. أو مغالط, he's falsifying. أو مشتبه, he has a problem. Things had got mixed up with him. But al-Mudaffar himself, he did not say he's kafir. But at the same time he said, whoever believes that Allah has hand, he is kafir. He said, whoever believes that Allah has hand is kafir. But he said about the Quran, whoever believes that the Quran is changed, did he say he's kafir? No.
Okay, understand, you can build a dispute on that point, that's fair enough. But now that the topic has changed divide is this. Now you mentioned Shia ulama saying this is not our belief, so you have to understand there are certain Shia scholars that don't believe this. And if you say that there's only, let's say there's a couple that do believe in it, no doubt there must be a couple that do believe in Tariq. But what do the majority of Shia scholars say? If the majority are saying that we don't believe in Tariq, is it fair you judge the school of the minority or the minority? The minority or the majority?
You have two answers in this. Number one, those who said it's changed, they are majority. And they are still respected. Excuse me, please. They are still respected by the general scholars of the Shia. Okay, that's number one. Two, no action have been taken against them. While if a person in Islam here, he said that the Quran is changed, next day, fatwa, he's kafir. Take for instance Yasir al-Habib. In his website, Al-Qatra, he said, what shall we do if the companions had changed the book of Allah? So Yasir al-Habib believes that the Quran is changed. And Yasir al-Habib is one who pray, and in his prayer he says, Allahumma la'an Aisha, Allahumma la'an Abu Bakr, Allahumma la'an Umar. In his prayer, and you can see it on YouTube.
Brother, we need to move on, inshallah. So let's wrap it up, yeah?
Last question.
The majority, and everyone's there, so they're all listening, so the majority of Shia scholars say that there's Tariq in the Quran. So it's a minority that say, because as you've obviously read, that some have said that there isn't. So that's a minority view, and the majority view there is.
And by the way, Al-Jazairi said that As-Saduq is one of the four.
Yeah, okay. How about Sheikh Tabrisi?
Sorry?
Sheikh Tabrisi is not one of the four.
Sheikh?
Sheikh Tabrisi. Sheikh Muhammad Razak al-Sadr is not one of the four.
At-Tabrasi is one of them. Especially Abu Ali al-Tabrasi, who used to be a very moderate Shi'a. Okay? In his book, we have Tabrasi and Saduq, and let me bring them to you. He said, والظاهر أن هذا القول يعني إنكار التحريف إنما صدر منهم. He mentioned four. It occurred with them. They said it. They denied the tahrif because many favors for the Shia. منها سد باب الطعن عليهم, to block the door of slandering against them. بأنه إذا جاز هذا في القرآن فكيف جاز العمل بقواعده وأحكامه مع لحوق التحريف لها. Because they wanted to mean something that if this Quran is changed, how come that we applied its rulings, its ahkam, while it have been changed? They had to disagree with the majority of the Shia because of this. And don't forget the book of النور الطبرسي, فصل الخطاب في تحريف كتاب رب الأرباب. And he mentioned in his book that among the verses of Allah, there are verses sakhifa, naive verses, stupid verses.
Brother, we need to move on, inshallah.
خلاص, bro, wrap it up.
Brother, I need to move
Give
on.
him last chance. Please, man, give him last chance. Refute me. Okay, that's your right.
Bro, can I wait till the end, brother, yeah? Can I wait till the end? Yeah, is that okay? Inshallah, brother here had a question, and I'll make this the last question.
المرتضى,
I'll make this brother here the last question, and I'm going to invite this
الطوسي,
brother
الطبرسي.
to have a debate, inshallah, yeah? So, brother there, and this is the last question before I invite that brother up.
I just wanted to ask a quick question. Do you believe that there's a spectrum of Shi'a belief, just like there is?
Spectrum?
Spectrum of different.
That means different, various.
And you have, one extreme and then you have one closer to that.
Yes, they differ in many things, such as Usuli and Ikhbari. He mentioned Usuli and Ikhbari. Usuli and Ikhbari, they differ. Usulis, those who said that they should criticize or authenticate or follow the authenticity of narration. Their basis is that not every narration is authentic. Okay, those are Usuli. Al-Ikhbari, they said everything in Al-Kafi, you should close your eyes and believe that all of the narrations are authentic, especially the first four books. Al-Kafi, التهذيب, تهذيب الأحكام, فقه من لا يحضره الفقيه, and Al-Istibsar, the 4 books. They said that those 4 books are fully authentic. And there's a big difference between them, and there was a big fight. To the extent that the Usuli sometimes, if he knows that this book belongs to Ikhbari, he doesn't touch it. Otherwise he has to wash his hands. And also there's a big problem between Al-Shaykhiyya. There are Al-Shaykhiyya, they are known in Kuwait and other places. There's a big clash between them. But they maintain this clash between them because of the confrontation that they have, the external confrontation.
Is there any scholars amongst the Shia scholars that is a Sunni with
What are you saying?
You were saying that, reject part of the Shia belief, reject the Quran, and obviously rejecting the Quran is take one out of Islam. Is there any amongst the scholars of the Shia that you would say still?
Can you repeat his question?
Is there any scholars amongst the Shi'a that can be still accepted as part of Islam?
As Muslim can be accepted.
Among the Shia?
Yeah, no.
Can be, whether they can be accepted as Muslims or not. I would say the ulama of the Shia are falling in kufr more than the layman people. Especially when we don't find any of them who accept to say that the one who said that the Quran is changed is kafir. Until now, there was a big debate on al-mustaqillah, and I was one of the people in my debate. And we were begging them, just put on they wanted us, the director of the channel, he wanted us to have a common agreement about the Quran. That the one who says the Quran is changed, his statement is evil, etc., etc., etc. We said, we're going to sign it when you include the word kufr, that the one who says that the Quran is changed is kafir. And they refused. Hamad Musawi, he's in here. He's the manager of Mu'assasat al-Khu'i. And Hussein al-Asadi, they were there. They refused to accept the word kafir. We said, all right, let's say نحن براء منه ومن عقيدته. We dissociate ourselves from him. They said, even this, we will not sign it. What does this mean? And we say, many times we said to them, the one who says the Quran is changed, is he kafir? They say, no, he's mujtahid. Okay, the one who says that Ali is not the imam after the Prophet, he should not be the imam, they say he's kafir. What is the difference? Thank you very much.
Okay, as I said, that was the last question from the floor, yeah?
Don't forget the sisters if they want to ask any question.
As the Sheikh mentioned, he's happy to discuss on Palm Talk.
Yes.
Yeah, and obviously you get details of that afterwards. I'm sure the Sheikh is happy to discuss after the event finishes as well. But we need to bear in mind that it's getting very late now. People need to start making their way home.
And I need to sleep.
And Sheikh does need to sleep as well, yep. So I want to invite the brother here for 10 minutes. Yeah?
Yeah, maybe less than that. Hopefully.
Maybe less than that, but 10 minutes maximum, yeah, inshallah. So keep everything brief, and then we're going to, inshallah, end the event.
I just want to confirm that the last ayah in the Quran, which is strong, okay? The books of the Sunnis, like Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari, they say they are Sahih. And many Sunnis claim, the majority claim that the second most authentic book after the Quran is Sahih Bukhari. Okay. There are many hadith in Sahih Bukhari, looking at the Sahih Bukhari for now, that the Prophet, astaghfirullah, wanted to commit suicide many times. I have that source from the top Sahih Bukhari website used.
It's authentic. What you said is authentic.
Okay, you believe that? Well, in the Quran it says...
But after I explain it to you...
Let me just make my point, sorry. In the Quran it says, in Surah 4, Ayah 29 to 30, and do not kill ourselves, surely Allah is merciful to you, and whoever does this aggressively and unjustly will soon cast him into fire, and this is easy for Allah. That means suicide is haram. How can the Prophet be doing
even
that?
Even suicide bombing?
Sorry?
Even the suicide bombing?
There's obviously certain things, but
I'm just joking. It's okay, go ahead.
It's a different issue, okay? But suicide, as in killing yourself jumping off the mountain, as it mentions in Sahih Bukhari, the Prophet attempted to, astaghfirullah, jump off the mountain 6 times. Jibreel, this is in Sahih Bukhari, is confirmed.
Okay, I said yes, go on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because some people are thinking, it's not there. Well, it is there.
Can I answer that before you move to the other one? I have to.
Let me just
Give me 1 minute.
Okay,
Only not more
sorry,
than 1 minute.
Another one, because if I go on, obviously you'll take, you know.
No, 1 minute.
There's so many fabricated hadiths. There's another one that Allah, that in Sahih Bukhari it says that Allah can be seen, okay, and the Muslims will see Allah on the day of judgment. Okay? And obviously we know that the story of Prophet Musa, okay, alayhi salam, when he said, oh Allah, show me yourself, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say?
You will not see me.
Yeah, you won't see me? Okay, so how could the Sunnis claim in Sahih Bukhari, which is fully authentic, the second after the Quran, say that, you know, you can see Allah, there's a hadith that the Prophet says you can see Allah on the day of judgment, etc. When we know Allah has, that's shirk, simple shirk. Okay?
Shirk?
Of course it is shirk, because
No problem.
you're making Allah into a shaykh, you're limiting Allah.
No
So
problem.
Allah we know is unlimited, and that goes against many of the Islamic beliefs.
No problem. No problem.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Can I answer?
Yes.
First, the narration you brought from Bukhari is what Az-Zuhri said. Az-Zuhri said, Balaghana. And Balaghana is just like saying Ruwiya. Az-Zuhri wanted to give indication that this is what some people talk about. Like for instance, if you want to show that this narration or some people were saying it's not authentic, we say Ruwiya. It had been said. And the narration in Bukhari is authentic. But Az-Zuhri is talking, is relating what some people say. Balaghana. He is giving an indication that what you hear is not true. As if he is refuting, making what people say is false. That's why he said Balaghana. That's first.
Okay, so you're saying that the Prophet did try to attempt suicide?
No.
He didn't.
Az-Zuhri.
But the Sahih Bukhari is Sahih.
Yes.
That's what you claim.
Yes. But this narration that reaches to Az-Zuhri, Az-Zuhri is the one who collected the hadith at the lifetime of Umar bin Abdul Aziz.
You're saying it's Da'if. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, Az-Zuhri, no, it's authentic, but Az-Zuhri is repeating what some people are giving propaganda, Balaghana, that the Prophet was about to commit suicide. He did not confirm it. He didn't say, I heard it from the companion saying this. No, Balaghana, some people are claiming this. That's it. This narration is being used by the Christians, thanks to the Shiah who give them from time to time doubts against Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the people can see Allah. Sure, the people can see Allah. Allah said it. When Allah said to Musa, "Lan tarani," it doesn't mean "Lan tarani abadan." No. Why? Lan can be used temporarily. Like for example, the Jews said, Allah said about the Jews, they will never wish death because of what their hands had already earned. They will never wish death. Lan here, lan, they will not. Lan, it's not abadiyya. Abadi? Permanent. You know why? Because at the day of judgment they're going to be saying to Malik, the doorkeeper of hell, وَنَادَوْا يَا مَالِكُ لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ. Oh Malik, tell God to let us die. We want to die. So lan here does not mean ta'bid, permanent. Number one. Number two, Allah said, when Musa said, I want to see you, that was in life or not? That was in life. But Allah said also in Surah Al-Qiyamah, وُجُوهٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ نَاظِرَةٌ. Happy. The faces are very happy. إِلَى رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. Looking at their Lord. As Musa said, let me look at you. He said, لَن تَرَانِي. But he said, يَوْمَئِذٍ. That means at that day, people will see Allah. It's very clear. Now, let's compare this to chapter Al-Mutaffifin. إِنَّ الْأَبْرَارَ لَفِي نَعِيمٍ. Righteous people are in Na'im. Where's that Na'im? Where's that Na'im? Jannah. عَلَى الْأَرَائِكِ. They are sitting on their couches, seeing. تَعْرِفُ فِي وُجُوهِهِمْ نَضْرَةَ النَّعِيمِ. You will see by their face the happiness, the shining faces. So nadra in al-mutaffifin. But when Allah talked about the disbelievers in the same chapter, He said about the kuffar, كَلَّا إِنَّهُمْ عَنْ رَبِّهِمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ لَمَحْجُوبُونَ. They will not be able to see Allah. Compare al-mutaffifin to al-qiyamah, you will find the answer.
So I just want to confirm that you, on the day of judgment, you will be able to see Allah. That's what you're saying.
That's what Allah said.
You have Jannah.
Not me.
Okay, so just...
In Jannah.
Okay, so that means you're giving Allah a shape, because obviously you're going to see Him.
Let me answer him.
You're giving Allah a shape, that's one thing. We know Allah is unlimited. So what is the difference between the Sunnis believing that you will see Allah on the day of judgment, and limiting Allah, and that the Christians believe that Jesus is the Son of God, they're also limiting Allah. What is the difference between that and that?
They believe that Allah can be seen as well, the Christians?
No, they say that Jesus is the Son of God. So they're limiting Allah. They're saying here that Allah has God.
They contradict themselves.
God.
You know why?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm just
because
saying,
in the Bible and the Gospels they say no one can see God and live. You will never be able to see Allah.
Okay, but
that's in the book of Matthew.
I'm just talking about the limiting aspect. That they say God has a son, so that's limiting. We know that God has no partner, no sharik, or anything like that. So what is the difference between the Christians saying that and how the Sunnah saying
the Christians made Allah a small part like you
God
and me.
Has shaped the comparison between the two. I don't see the difference. But can you explain that?
My problem, your problem is not with me. Your problem is with the Quran.
It's not with the Quran.
It is. Allah said, at that day they will be seeing Allah ila rabbiha nadhira. Allah said it.
You're taking it literally. That's the problem.
What do you mean literally?
You will be able to encompass Allah completely in our
No,
vision.
no,
And we don't see it.
no. We don't see Allah totally. You don't even look. The mountain is very small. Astaghfirullah, compared to Allah. If you want to use that, but I don't like it. But you don't see the mountain from all angles. That's a creature. When you see it, how much more about Allah? But you have to say سمعنا وأطعنا. You should not refuse what Allah said in the Quran. Allah knows if He deserves this or not. Allah knows if He can be seen or not. Why when Allah says something, you have to go against it?
Okay, the ayah that you mentioned, it's not seeing Allah with your own eyes. In the hadith, it's seeing, you see ni'am Allah. Okay, you're not seeing Allah exactly. That's why we disagree. It's fine.
Alright, brother. Inshallah, this is the last point, and then we'll round up. Inshallah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just. I'm just saying that the ayah is not that you can see Allah. The thing is with the Sunnis, okay, and especially the Wahhabis, they take the ayahs of the Quran literally, okay? They take it as it is.
Give it to me another meaning. Give me your understanding of the verse. Give me.
In the Quran, I just said that ni'am Allah, that means, if you want to sit down, it's fine. That ni'am Allah, that means you don't see Allah, you see the blessings of Allah.
That's why you get this word. You see through the heavens.
No. In Sahih Bukhari, brother, it says, read it, inshallah.
In Jannah, they see the graces of
they see
Allah.
Allah shape. Even Allah says, okay, sorry, in the hadith, some other hadith, it says, I've got the reference here if anyone wants it,
No problem.
that Allah will be recognized by what? His shin.
Yes?
Shin, basically between the ankle and the knee. Okay, his shin. That's in Sahih Bukhari and it's
leg.
No, between the ankle, the shin,
الساق يوم يكشف عن ساق in the Quran.
Okay. And they say that the Muslim on the day of judgment will not be recognized. They won't recognize Allah until He shows His shin.
Do you believe that Allah has hand?
No, we don't. Literally,
You
like,
don't? Allah said,
hand like this shape? No.
No, not similar. But you have to say yes, He has hand. Because He
has a
said,
hand, but that's the
because He said to Iblis, what prevented you from bowing down to the one whom I created by my two hands?
Okay.
Allah said two hands.
That's the difference between us. You take it literally, we take it in a different way.
Why don't you take it literally?
Hand.
No, don't refute him. Let him be with me. Unless I have a problem, if I get sick.
He's a lecturer, trust me, he knows more than a lot of people here.
Brothers, don't get emotional. Don't be emotional, please. He has his own point. I'm welcoming his own point. He is our guest because we invited him. When we invite him, he's our guest, and we have to give him respect. I know that he has doubts, but he doesn't mean to throw your doubts in. And I'm inshallah, I'm in the position to refute his doubts. Don't worry. So please deal with him as he's our guest, and he should be given the respect. Please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just about the hands, we don't take it literally as a Sunni do, and that's my point.
Okay. Do you believe that Allah can hear?
Yeah?
Do you believe that Allah can hear?
Of course he can. Doesn't mean he has ears.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Okay. Do you believe that Allah can see?
You see.
And he has no eyes. And he has no eyes. So what is his sight then?
That means
Knowledge?
you're trying to make a shape to Allah. That's what you're trying to do.
No, I'm not trying to make a shape to Allah. I describe Allah as he described himself. Didn't Allah say that he has two hands? So what is your understanding? If I take it literally, which is wrong to you, what is the true meaning of two hands?
Two hands, like, for example, I could take care of someone with my hands. Like with my own hands, or a handful of people. I could take care of a handful of people. I'm not going to put them in my hand, okay? I'm just talking about the aspect of the hand. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my hand, okay? I'm just saying that I could take care of them.
Why we have pair, two? You can take care of them, that means you have grace, you have favor. For example, Allah has power, because your scholar said that Allah has hands, that means powers. But how can you say two dual powers, dual favors, dual graces? That has no meaning, it doesn't make sense. And by the way, Allah had written the Torah by his hand. And he created, because he said to Iblis, what prevented you from bowing down to the one I created him by my two hands? If this is grace, and Shaitan will be saying, and you created me by your hands, which are your graces. But there's something significant with Adam. And Allah showed that significance, that he created Adam significantly, unlike the other type of creation. He created by his two hands. If there's no significance, then the devil will be refuting God, saying to him, well, you created me also by your hands, which are your graces. So what made him special, significant over me? You'll be falling in trouble here. Why don't you say, and I invite you for this, I give it to you with all my respect to you, whether you want to take it or not. Allah said in the Quran, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. First, there is nothing that is similar to him, and then he is Sami', he is Basir. That is a methodology. That is a rule in dealing with Allah's name and attributes. Because the first time, what's your name? Abdul Karim. Hayyakallah Abdul Karim. The first time you deal with the names of Allah, the devil will come. Oh, you're making Allah similar to you? Oh, no, you have to refuse this. The refutation of this is that you begin with لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. Then afterwards, you can prove what Allah proved for himself. And you don't care. And if Allah said at the Day of Judgment, why did you take it literally? You'll say, no, I took it literally beside لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ, because that's what you proved for yourself. Oh God, I proved to you what you proved to yourself. This is better for your heart, for your reassurance. And think about it. And I'll leave it to you.
Brother, I'm gonna have to end there, inshallah, yeah? So brother, inshallah, if you want to...
Just to reply this one few sentences.
Brother, make it very brief. 30 seconds, inshallah, yeah? Very brief.
Yeah, okay, so I just want to confirm that you're basically saying that you give a shape to Allah, but on the Day of Judgment you say, no, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ.
If Allah mentioned the word shape, I will say Allah has shape. Did Allah say it? So don't say it.
No, but I'm saying Sahih Bukhari said it says 5 fingers. It says
yes, Allah has 5. He didn't say 5.
Inshallah, brother, that's
no.
The hadith is here.
Bring it.
Inshallah, I'll bring it.
Okay, inshallah, I'll have to end it there, yeah?
Let me reply. Abdul Karim, there is nothing in Sahih Bukhari that he has 5 fingers.
Somebody else.
No, in Bukhari, he holds the earth by his finger, and the heavens by another finger, and the mountains by another, but he doesn't say he has 5. Get to Bukhari and you will see.
Okay, brothers,
Thank you very much, Abdul Karim.
Remember to fill out these forms, inshallah. Remember, we have more talk as part of Iman Week. And also remember that the Sheikh is on panel talk as well, yeah?
Testimony, yeah?
Tomorrow there's a talk as well. What time is it? At 2:45. There's a marriage seminar tomorrow at 2:45, inshallah.
That was beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. حياك الله. عليكم السلام. بارك الله فيك. الله يحفظك. حياك الله.